Granted, notice of non-filing.
I have Williams, 2021 CF 7056 AL.
Denied, information was filed.
I have Vasquez, 2021 CF 12638 AL.
Granted, notice of non-filing.
I have another Vasquez, 2021 CF 12242 AL.
Granted, notice of non-filing.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Theodore Leal, Spanish interpreter. The interpreter has already been sworn.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Rao. This is Judge Bain calling from the BRC. Can you see if you can make a connection with my headsets?
Interpreter is connected, Your Honor. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Edgar Gutierrez.
Edgar Gutierrez.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 13818 AO on a charge of battery of domestic violence by strangulation. I did review the charging affidavit in your case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. And Ms. Short, she doesn't qualify, correct?
Ajá.
Ms. Davis, I'm sorry.
You could call it.
All right. All right, sir, we're going to set your bond in this case in amount of $1,500. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision. You to have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. Do you have any questions about the stipulations on your no contact order, sir?
Pues no sé, porque es mi pareja y quisiera ver a mi hija.
Well, she's my partner, and I would like to see my daughter.
Do you have any? All right. Did you read the no contact order? It's in Spanish.
Ah, sí.
Oh, yes.
Do you understand the stipulations that are on it?
¿Y hasta cuándo se retirará esos cargos?
Not whether you agree with them. Do you understand that's what I'm ordering you to do?
Sí, sí, leí que no debo tener contacto con mi mujer, ni hablarle por teléfono, ni nada de eso.
Yes, I read that I cannot have contact with my partner, and I cannot talk to her, not even over the phone, and none of that.
Okay. So until a judge like me in a black robe tells you to do otherwise, you to have no contact with her. If you violate my court orders, you will be arrested. You will spend your remaining time while this case is going on in the custody of the Orange County Jail on a no bond status. Do you understand that?
¿Y
Okay.
hasta cuándo
All right.
se retirará
Have a great day, sir.
esa orden?
And for how long is this order going to be in place?
Like I said, until a judge in a black robe, looks like me, tells you that you can have contact in any other form, you to have no contact. Do not violate my orders. And you have a great day, sir.
Okay. Y una pregunta más,
Still have a
esos-
question.
los-
All right. I'm going to have you talk to Mr. Brands about your question. But right now, thank you. Have a great day.
Okay, gracias. Gracias.
Thank you.
Someone you call us.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. All right, thank you, Mr. Rao. You have a great day. Well, actually, I only see two people in the gallery, but can you make an announcement in the gallery, make sure no one needs your services?
Algunas de las personas que están en la palestra necesitan los servicios del intérprete.
All right, thank you, sir. You have a great day.
To your honor. Thanks.
All right, good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Brianna Aaliyah Cole.
Welcome to an Econo meeting.
You are here in case
You are entering the
2021
meeting now.
MO1195AO on a charge of indecent conduct.
I apologize.
No. I said the city of Orlando is offering you a withhold of adjudication and guilt and court costs to resolve your case today. If you want to take that offer, is that something you're interested in doing today?
I mean, of course.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
It says to tell the truth and shame the devil.
All right.
Amen.
All right, ma'am. You're here on that charge of indecent conduct. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Excuse me?
The maximum penalties for this charge you're facing is 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand? The maximum penalties, not what you're being offered, are 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand?
All right. Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case today?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive your rights on that plea form that's in front of you. Did you have opportunity to read it and review it?
Sure have.
All right. You understand you're waiving all the rights listed, like the right to have a trial and challenge the state's evidence and call witnesses on your behalf. You understand you're waiving all those rights.
I'm jumping.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No, sir. I haven't had any medication. They didn't have my name.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Of course.
What was that mental health illness?
Schizophrenic, manic, depressive, and bipolar.
All right. Are you suffering in the symptoms of those disorders at this moment?
No, not at this moment. I'm in good company.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, never.
Do you understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, you could be deported from this country based on this plea?
Maybe one day, but not today. I am a citizen.
I have opportunity to review your charging affidavit in this case. I did find a factual basis contained therein. I'm going to accept your plea of no contest, finds your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to withhold adjudication of guilt. I'm going to give you credit for the 3 days. Did you spend in Orange County Jail with 3 days credit time served? This court cost in this case amount of $223. I'm going to give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. I have a question. One. All right. Question. Has she been screened for mental health PTR before in the other case?
No, but she currently has that hold on her. Like that's where she was yesterday.
Yep.
Under there.
Okay.
Here. So
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to see whether.
The only thing is that this charge was a no-go because it didn't make no sense.
She is working with her attorney on resolving that as well, Your Honor.
Yeah, I was more concerned that was she being referred to mental health court? Was she doing some other things? Because she's telling me she's suffering from several illnesses. Yeah, I'm saying, and not taking any medication for any of them.
Oh, I don't need medication. The only one is that I have to, because I can't have coffee and I can't have natural additives in it because I.
Okay.
Y'all put me on the back burner the last time I was in here. I'm not saying
All right, ma'am. Not gonna take any action on your bond case. You have a great day. Yeah, I don't have, no, we don't have, that's not our jurisdiction right now. We only deal with the criminal matters. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. You have a great day, ma'am. All right, have a great day, ma'am.
Were we appointed, Your Honor, yesterday for Ms. Cole?
I don't believe so. I was trying to save people the extra $100. All right. Counsel, your case that you're here for? Thank you.
Judge, I'm here for Caitlin Bryant.
Caitlin Bryant. That's all right. All right, I got a few more matters before I get to Bryant. You just hold on for me for just a few more minutes so I can get some people that need to be out of here quicker. All right?
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name? Good morning, ma'am.
Andrea Ferguson.
Ms. Ferguson, you're here in case 2021 MO1196AO on charge of disorderly conduct. I did review the charging affidavit in your case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. The city of Orlando is offering you a withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs if you want to resolve your case today. Is that something you're interested in doing today?
That's right. Yes. Yes, sir.
All right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Hear him.
Maybe?
Yes, because I'm half deaf.
Just a moment, Your Honor. Thank
Yeah.
you.
No problem.
You are the only participant.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
All right. All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name one more time?
Andrea Marie Ferguson.
Ms. Ferguson, you're here in case 2021 MO1196AO on charge of disorderly conduct. I did review the charging affidavit in your case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. The city of Orlando is offering you a withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs to resolve your case today. Is that something you want to do?
Can't hear it.
May to put it closer. I don't know, is it still direct sight for these boxes, these black boxes on the wall? Like the one over here.
There you go.
There. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
There we go. The city of Orlando is offering you a withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs to resolve your case today. Is that something you want to do?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
Yep.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You can put your hand down, ma'am. Ma'am, we here in case 2021 MO1196AO on that charge of disorderly conduct. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case today?
You can just say no contest.
No contest.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you?
I can't read it. It's too small.
All right, I'll tell you what it says. Oh, how you doing? Good morning. Ma'am, you understand if you want to enter a plea of no contest, you have to give the right to have a trial in this matter. Do you understand?
Yes.
At that trial, the city of Orlando had to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand?
Yes.
You understand you can challenge the city's evidence. You can challenge the city's witnesses and call witnesses on your own behalf. Do you understand?
Yes.
If there's a witness you wanted to call and that witness did not want to appear, the court can use the subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes.
You understand you're waiving your right to remain silent in this case.
Yes.
You understand you are waiving the right to appeal in errors in this case, except the court's jurisdiction over you and the sentence I'm going to impose.
Yeah.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Yes.
What was that mental health illness?
Bipolar skits.
Are you taking any medications for those conditions right now?
No.
Are you suffering from any of the symptoms or the conditions that you were just told me about?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you into this plea?
No.
You understand about entering this plea if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to being deported from this country. If you're not a United States citizen, you can be deported from this country. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Based on this plea. I did have an opportunity to view your charging affidavit in this case, so I did find a factual basis contained for the purpose of entering of your plea. I accept your plea of no contest, find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to withhold adjudication of guilt. You need credit for 3 days, sir? 3 days in the Orange County Jail with 3 days credit time served. This court cost in this case amount of $223. I will give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. You have a great day, ma'am. Lost my attorney here. So my attorney got kicked off.
Next October.
Oh, there you go. No, I thought she was because I was the only participant, and I thought I lost Miss Shaw. We can,
sorry.
Clerk.
Here?
At the courthouse. No, the courthouse downtown.
Oh.
I think I have,
No, you
we got 2 cases, so
Okay.
we can do Mr. Franklin.
pay it on your own. Pay it on your own.
How much?
Do you have any more information for Mr. Franklin?
Okay.
I have case law, Your Honor. May I approach?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, time.
You can stay a little bit of time, yeah.
You share that with Mr. Brantz already?
I'm going to do that right now, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, if I may? If you call the.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, we're here. All right, sir, can you tell me your name?
My name is Eric Franklin.
All right, Mr. Franklin, you're here again in 2021 CF 13800AO. We're here to talk about count 2 of the charging affidavit, charging affidavit. We're talking about contributing delinquency to the minor. State is giving me a case from the Florida Supreme Court, 769 Southern 2nd 1006 from 2000, a case of State v. Funkins.
I say Fuchs.
Fuchs, maybe? Well, Fuchs for the court reporter. Mr. Fuchs is not here to tell us whether we pronounce his name correctly. All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, yesterday, it was believed that the children were in need of services. That is not correct. It's 3 parts. The children can be delinquent, dependent, or in need of services. The children are actually dependent because if you read Florida Statute 984.03, sub 12, the definition for being dependent is if the children have been abused or abandoned.
All right, look at one thing. And Mr. Brantz, you have a written response, or?
My only concern is that the case deals with the unconstitutionality of Florida Statute 87.04. We're talking about the interpretation of the statute to a particular time. That would be my concern. I don't think our challenge was for.
No, I had an issue as to whether the statute encompassed dependent as in need of services. And the state correctly pointed out that the statute does include that phrase. So, sir, I do find probable cause for count 2 of your arrest affidavit. Still going to stay your bond, that count amount, I think I said $100 yesterday.
Yes, Your Honor.
I want to say all the bonds are set, all the other prior conditions, no contact with the victim, no unsupervised contact with any child under the age of 18 years old. no weapons, no firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Appointed public defender to represent you yesterday. So you have a great day, Mr. Franklin. All right. Ms. Shaw, I think I have Ms. Bryant here.
Good morning, Judge. Rachel Shaw for Caitlin Bryant.
All right. This is case 2021 MM712AW. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Caitlin Bryant?
Ms. Bryant, you're here in case 2021 MM712AW on a charge of battery dating violence. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. 1 second here. And good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
Justin Kirker, Kirker.
Mr. Kirker, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
Yes, sir.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Allers, can you do me a favor? I don't know how to change this, switch this up. Ms. Allers? She can't hear me. Well, you can turn off your camera so the client can see Ms. Shaw. I don't know how to switch it. Well, let's see Ms. Allers. Let's see.
Yeah, I guess he couldn't hear me.
No. That's not gonna work. Do it.
I hear that. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. No. I was talking to Ms. Allers. I see her on my screen. I was trying to get her to turn her camera off, maybe, so Ms. Shaw can pop up to her client, so she can see her attorney.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. How are you? Can you do me a favor? Can you turn your camera off for one moment? So I have a client that's actually Ms. Shaw is on the line with you, so I want her to at least be able to see her attorney. There we go.
Does that work, Judge?
There it is.
Okay.
All right. All right, sorry. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
Yes, sir.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down. Sir, can you tell me how you know Ms. Bryant?
Miss Bryant is or was my live-in girlfriend.
All right. And do you want to have contact with her while this case is pending?
No, sir.
All right. Did drugs or alcohol play a role in this incident?
No, sir.
State, do you have any questions for the witness?
I do not, Your Honor.
And Ms. Shaw, do you have any questions for the witness?
No, Judge.
All right. All right, Ms. Shaw, what are you asking me to do?
Judge, we're asking for ROR or alternatively pretrial release on this case. Ms. Bryant has no criminal history. She has significant ties to the community. Her sister and her family live here. She works for a grooming company and she's lived in Central Florida for approximately 9 years. So we are asking for either ROR or pretrial release.
All right. All right, Ms. Bryant, Ms. Shaw, I just don't think in Florida statute 907.041, it allows me to release people charged with dangerous crimes on non-monetary release. So, Ms. Bryant, I'm going to set your bond in this case in the amount of $250. It's going to cover pretrial release supervision. You have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And you have Ms. Shaw representing you in this case. I suggest you lean on her experience and understanding of the facts and skills to defend you in this matter. Do you have any questions about the stipulations of your no contact order?
Yes, Your Honor, because he has property that he stole from me.
All right, once again, do you have any questions about the stipulations on your no contact order?
Yes, because I have belongings and they're in storage. They're under his name, but I have been paying for the storage unit. The reason it's under his name is because while I was at work, he was able.
I need you to Did you read the no contact order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about the things you are requiring you to do?
Yes, I understand that.
All right. If you have other issues about property you need to be recovered, you have Ms. Shaw to help you do that. I just need to make sure you understand there's no contact order because I don't want you to violate my orders. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Shaw, you have anything else?
No, Judge, thank you.
Have a great day, Ms. Bryan. Have a great day, Ms. Shaw.
You too, Judge. Thanks.
All right. Ms. Allers has somebody for this afternoon. Can we get Maldonado, I'm sorry. Yeah. Juan Gabriel. After other response. All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Nicholas O'Neill.
Mr. O'Neill, you're here in case 2019 CF 4949 AO on a violation of probation warrant. Just signed your warrant in case that your bond at no bond. Your bond's gonna remain at no bond. Sir, you're a violent felony offender of special concern. You're not gonna be entitled to release or bail or bond on this case until your violation of probation is completed. I'm gonna appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. I think you already had the public defender representing you. You have a great day, sir. All right, Ms. Allers. Corrections has informed me that your client has declined to join us this morning. If you would like, I will order them to bring him here by any necessary means, or do you want to proceed without him?
Well, it's initial appearance, Judge, and I believe he's here with no bond, because of the violation of probation.
Correct.
I don't foresee the state agreeing to a bond.
All right. Well, I guess my question is, do you want the corrections to bring him here, or do you want to just waive his appearance this morning?
I can waive his appearance
All right.
if he's not around.
Well, he's around. He just decided he didn't want to come.
He didn't?
Yeah, he decided he refused to join us this morning. So
Okay.
here,
then
he's
I'll
at the
waive-
jail,
that's
but
fine. Then I'll waive his appearance.
all right. All right, Mr. Maldonado's here in case 2014 CF 119130 on a charge of violation of probation, as well as 2015 CF 12296 AO without a charge of violation of probation. Judge signed the warrants in these cases I'll set his bond at no bond. His bond's gonna remain at no bond at this time, and we'll get him to his next hearing. All right.
Okay.
All right, Alice, you have a great weekend.
You too.
right.
Bye-bye.
All right, I think that was.
You are the only participant.
Ronnie Thompson is behavior.
All right. 2021 CF 13794 AO. Do you get any more information about Mr. Thompson?
Mr. Thomas?
Thomas, I'm sorry, Mr. Thomas.
No, Your Honor, I did not.
Right.
Your Honor, we'll waive the appearance. Could I also be heard on that count?
Yeah,
Your Honor,
what do you want to?
Well, I
What do you want to be heard
didn't
on?
know all the context from the PC challenge yesterday. So can I hear your interpretation first and then?
Well, my question about the affidavit was that it was a chemical agent that was being claimed to be the weapon. There was no delineation as to the amount, so I didn't know if it was a 2-ounce self-defense spray or a big can of mace. It was.
Your Honor, I apologize. I actually did hear from the officer. I don't have an affidavit to produce, but he did say it was less than the 2 ounces, so.
Yeah. So that in that case, it's not considered a weapon. So I'm going to ROR Mr. Thompson as to this case. I'm finding no probable cause for his arrest.
Did you see, Your Honor? The only thing the only reason I mentioned is because in the definitions of that statute, it does include an exception for.
Yeah, for self-defense sprays. That's why I asked the question yesterday. It was like, it didn't. the way the affidavit read, I didn't feel that it was an obvious thing that they saw or found, so I felt it probably was
Yeah, I thought it was interesting.
a self-defense spray. You said behavior? Well, you can slide him downstairs and out the door if you like. All right, come on, sir, can you tell me your name?
Jonathan Catala.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 13845 AO on charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, tampering, harassing a witness, and battery domestic violence. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in count 1 in the amount of $5,000, count 2 $150, count 3 $150. Condition on your bond that you have no contact with the victim. You need to maintain a separate residence from the victim. I give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. 1 second.
Right here, sir.
All right, sir, you are out on bond in case 2021 MM 6967 AO, where Judge Wilson ordered you to have no hostile contact and not commit new law offenses. The court is going to find a probable cause that you committed a new law offense and violated the court orders. He's going to revoke those bonds or releases, conditions in those cases. Set a new bond at $0. Going to appoint a public defender in any case that you're not already represented. You have a great day, sir. All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Ashley Mason.
Ms. Mason, you're here in case 2021 CF 13842 AO on charge of aggravated assault and assault domestic violence. And you're also here in case 2021 MM 7452 AO on charge of battery. They reviewed the charging affidavits in these cases. They find probable cause for your arrest as to those charges. In count 1, I'm going to set your bond in 2021 CF 13841 AO. I'm going to set your bond in that case in the amount of $3,500. Count 2 in the amount of $100. In 2021 MM 7482 AO, I'm going to set your bond in that case in the amount of $500. The conditions of the bonds will be the same in all cases. You have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. You are out on bond in case 2020 CF 9420 AO. Court finding probable cause to commit a new law offense in a similar fashion of the one you've been charged with is going to revoke that bond. Set a new bond at $0. I believe you already had the public defender represent you in that case. You have a great day, ma'am.
Defendant? Would there be any way to consider that these police reports were falsely made?
Okay. Well, it's all things you can take up with your division judge, ma'am, and you can have bond. You can have a bond hearing and have all those things heard by that judge. You have a good day, ma'am. Go on, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Willie Miller.
Mr. Miller, you're here in case 2021 CF 138839 AO on charge of aggravated assault, domestic violence. Did review the charging affidavit in your case. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Say, was this prior case involving the same victim?
It wasn't in Orange County, Your Honor.
Did anybody look statewide?
I can look, it's just with limited time, I only look in Orange County.
Maybe from Leon County, possibly? All right. All right, so I'm going to set your bond in this case in the amount of $2,500. It's going to cover pretrial release supervision. You to have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. Do you have any questions about the stipulations and the no contact order, sir?
No, sir.
All right. You have a great day, sir. Yes. One, sir, can you tell me your name?
Good morning, sir. My name is Luke Naravina.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM7484AO on charge of battery, domestic violence, and criminal mischief. Did review your charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in these cases in amount of $250 in count one, $100 in count two. It's going to cover pretrial release supervision. You'd have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. Do you have any questions about the stipulations of your no contact order?
No, sir.
All right, you have a great day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jordan Lucas Bernier.
Mr. Bernier, you're here in case 2021 MM7485AO on charge of stalking domestic violence, in violation of a domestic violence injunction. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, although brief, did lay out a factual.
I'm sorry?
As I did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest as to these charges. I'm going to set your bond in count one in the amount of $2,500 and count two, $2,500. They're going to cover pretrial release supervision. You have no contact with the victim. You're not possessing any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You also need to abide by the injunction in 2021 DR 24730. Do you have any questions about the stipulations of your no contact order?
I'm sorry?
Do you have any questions about the stipulations of the no contact order?
No, not really questions. I know this is not the time to discuss, but I just want to say,
Yeah. I just want to make sure you understand what I'm ordering you to do.
what is PTR?
It's a form of supervision, community supervision, while you're out on pretrial release in this case.
Okay.
So you have a pretrial release officer that will be in charge of monitoring you and making sure that you abide by all these court orders. So the question I have, do you have any questions about your no contact order?
No, sir.
You have questions about the injunction signed by Judge Collins?
No.
You need a copy of that
How do I
injunction.
go about getting that dropped?
I You can talk to an attorney about that.
Okay.
But same things. You understand? Do you need a copy of your injunction?
No,
Yes?
I have an injunction.
All right, so abide by the injunction. It's kind of like a one-shot situation. You violate the injunction, violate my orders, you're gonna stay here for a long time while we're waiting for this case to resolve. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, you have a great day, sir. All right, good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning. My name is Martha Calazos.
Ms. Clausen, you're here in case 2021 MM 7478 AO on a charge of battery domestic violence. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Gonna set your bond amount of $100. It's gonna cover pretrial release supervision. You have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return to any shared residence with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you may have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. Do you have any questions about your no contact order, ma'am?
The only thing is that that is my house, and, me and my
So
son.
I ordered you all to maintain a separate residence. So it's your house and he's a grown adult son.
Right.
Then
how do I do that? Like, he
you,
needs to leave, and then,
I can't give you any legal advice as to that. You need to talk to your attorney as to how to work that out. But just
How do
thoughts
I-
you may want to think about treating him like a regular adult and not like your son when it relates to whether him living with you or not.
yeah, he lied about it, but
Yeah.
that's,
All right, have a great day, ma'am.
but it's my house.
Which one? The stalking case? No, no contact, no weapons or firearms. Mhm. All right. A lot of virtual cases right now. All right. Morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Angelo Rodriguez.
Mr. Rodriguez, you're here in case 2021 MM 7472 AO on charge of battery, domestic violence, and battery. Did review a charging affidavit, did find a factual basis, probable cause for your arrest. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
Rosa Melendez, that is spelled Melendez.
And can you raise your right hand, ma'am, and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down. Man, can you tell me how you know Mr. Rodriguez?
He is my fiance and the father of my daughter.
Okay. And do you want to have contact with Mr. Rodriguez while this case is pending?
Absolutely.
Has there been previous instances of domestic violence between you all in the past?
Yes.
When was the most recent one prior to this incident?
Back in August.
And did drugs or alcohol play a role in this incident?
No, sir.
Say, do you have any questions for the witness?
Good morning.
Good morning.
If something like this were to happen again, would you call the police?
Yes, and I would leave the residence.
Okay. You indicated that you wanted to have contacts with the defendant. Are you afraid of him?
No, sir. No, ma'am. Sorry.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
And Mr. Brands?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. Got one more question. Mr. Morales, does he live with you all?
No, he does. No, I believe he might live in the community. I've never seen him, and
Okay.
I'm not aware of who he is.
All right. Does anyone want to advocate for anything other than no contact based on these facts and the testimony we heard today?
I'm sorry?
Does anybody want to advocate for anything other than no contact?
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Nothing from the state.
All right, Ms. Lewis, I understand Ms. Melendez's desire, but in reading this affidavit, I don't feel that under the law, it's advisable for me to give you contact with her right now. So I'm gonna do this. In count one, I'm gonna set your bond amount of $500. Count two, $500. Condition of your bond will be pretrial release in this case. You have no contact with either one of these victims in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from these victims. I'll give you a one-time return to the shared residence with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. Do you have any questions about the stipulations or your no contact order, sir?
Your Honor, I have a question about an aspect of the residence.
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I said I have a question about the residence.
All right.
I returned home. Do I return to my my house?
No.
But she lives with her, she has a residence with her mom?
Okay, so if she's at the house, you can't be there. You have to maintain a separate residence.
Okay, but if she goes.
So whether if she leaves, then you can stay. If she's
Okay.
still there, you can't be there.
Okay.
So the order is to maintain a separate residence. You can't be within 500 feet of her residence, wherever that is, at her mom's house or at the other house or, next door, across the street, wherever it's gonna be. You can't be within 500 feet of her residence. You understand? All right, sir, you have a great day. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
One, sir, can you tell me your name?
Yes, sir. Fernando Ortiz.
Mr. Ortiz, you're here in case 2021 MM7469AO on a charge of battery. Did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest.
Hey, Jackie, is Mr. Jenkins there today?
Gonna set your bond in the amount of $1,500. Condition your bond that you have no contact with the victim in this case. You maintain a separate residence from this victim. I give you one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Ms. Davis, do you have any, maybe an injunction case number for this Tennessee injunction? I was asking if you do.
I can take a look.
All right, well, I'll say this, you need to, I see it, here it is. You have a Tennessee injunction, case number 341657. In that case, you need to abide by the injunction from the judge from Tennessee. You have any questions about the no contact order you signed here today?
Yes, sir.
House.
I am the renter of the house that I live in, and she's not on the lease or anything like that. I don't necessarily have another place to go. I'll find somewhere, but I have
Mr.
family in
Ortiz,
town. She does not.
I'm gonna say, you're probably gonna talk to a lawyer about that,
Okay.
but I wanna say that treading on very thin ice. It seems like you have an injunction with the same victim. You have another incident with the same victim. You're not supposed to be, looks like you're not supposed to be having contact with her. And so I want to say you need to abide by the court orders from my orders and from Tennessee. Not sure what Tennessee's gonna do about this situation when they find out about it, but, you know, you have to figure that out, all right?
Ms. Shepherd? Ms. Shepherd, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna appoint a public defender to represent Ms. Shepherd in 2021 MM 7473 AO. She also has an out-of-county warrant from Broward County. It looks like 2019 CF 12057.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Shepherd in 2021 MM 7473 AO did find probable cause for a charge of battery domestic violence. We're going to set her bond amount of $1,500. Condition of her bond, no contact with the victim, maintain separate residence from the victim, one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items she may have at the location. She may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be returned with law enforcement within 24 hours of her release. And I want to appoint the public defender, she also may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, random drug and alcohol testing. I already appointed a public defender to represent her in that case. She has the Broward County case we just talked about, 2019 CF 12057. Her bond is no bond as to that. And we'll get her on to Broward County as soon as we can.
Mr. Torado is medical also.
I'm appointing a public defender representing Mr. Torado in case 2021 MM 7481 AO.
Waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right. Did find probable cause for the charge of battery domestic violence.
I believe there's a witness as well,
Yep,
Your
well,
Honor.
cool. All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
My name is Andrew Vincent, spelled Vincent.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you put your hand down, sir. Sir, can you tell me how you know Mr. Torado?
He is my fiance.
And do you want to have contact with him while this case is pending?
I would like to, sir, yes.
Has there been previous instances of domestic violence between you all in the past?
No, sir.
Did drugs or alcohol play a role in this particular incident?
Alcohol, yes, sir.
State, you have any questions for the witness?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Brands?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Do you two live together?
I'm sorry, who's speaking?
I'm sorry, right
Yes,
there.
he's talking to you.
Do you two live together?
Long story, yes and no. I have a safe place to go if I need to be in a separate residence.
Okay, no more questions,
But
Your
I
Honor.
rent in the house that he stays in.
All right, thank you. No more questions, Your Honor.
All right, what are you I'm appointing public, what are you advocating for your client?
As to witness testimony, he would prefer contact, and if they do have a shared residence or a setup, that Mr. Torado can return home with a peaceful contact order. I would just also request a straight bond as well.
All right, Toronto, I'm going to set Mr. Toronto's bond amount of $250 is going to come with pretrial release supervision. He's had no hostile contact with the victim in this case. He is to not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms he has needs to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. He may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Subject to random drug and alcohol testing in this case. All right. All right, have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Hello, how you doing, Your Honor? My name is Sean Sutton.
Mr. Sutton, you're here in case 2021 CT 2800 from Seminole County. Judge signing a warrant from Seminole County, set your bond at no bond. Your bond's gonna remain at no bond as to that case. Sorry.
260.
Whoa, switch over to the next screen. Recheck it. Okay, that's what happened. All right, hold on. There it is. All right, here we go. Apologize.
His next court date will be November 1st at 2:30 p.m., Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You have a failure to appear warrant. Bond in the case is $263. So you can post bond or wait to be transported to Seminole County. Going to appoint a public defender until that happens. You have a great day, sir.
What was the bond amount again? 250?
263.
Oh. Maybe 20.
That's what happened. They didn't take stuff off from yesterday. Screwing me up. We didn't take the cases out from yesterday.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I don't know. I can do it. You can do it. I thought you guys were doing it. I don't know.
6237-2020 CF 12860.
Come on, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Darius Blair.
Mr. Blair, you're here in case 2021 CF 2335 AO for a violation of probation. Judge signing a warrant in this case set your bond at no bond. Your bonds remain at no bond. You're a violent felony offender, special concern, sir. You're not going to be entitled to a release or bail or bond on this case until your violation of probation is completed. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Leonardo Max Cedeno Andrade.
Sir, you're here in case 2020 CF 10225 AO for violation of probation. One second. Sorry. Just sign your warrant in case found probable cause, and we set your bond at no bond. Set your bond at no bond in this case. Your bond's gonna remain at no bond. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. You have a great day, sir.
Excuse me, Your Honor. It's just impossible. Can I get a bond, please?
Not today. You can work with your attorney. You're gonna have an arraignment with Judge Lattimore probably on Monday or Tuesday. So you can talk to your public defender. You can see if you can work out something with the state before then. All right. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
All right.
Your Honor, Mr. Gills, is medical.
This is cases 2021 CF 340 and 2021 CF 13306. I'm appointing a public defender to represent Mr. Giles in that case.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
These cases, I apologize. He has violation of probations in both cases. Judge signed his warrant, set his bonds at no bond. Bonds will remain at no bond in those cases. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Robert Mendez.
So you're here in case 2018 CF 13640 AO on a charge of violation of probation. Judge signing your warrant in this case. Set your bond at no bond. Your bonds will remain at no bond. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. You have a great day, sir. Morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Smith.
Mr. Smith, you here in case 2021 CF, 2016 CF 15766 AO on a violation of probation. Judge signed your warrant. In this case, set your bond at no bond. Your bond's remain at no bond. Certainly seem to be a violent felony offender. Special concern, you're not going to be entitled to release or bail or bond on this case until this violation of probation goes to hearing. We're going to appoint a public defender to represent you. You have a great day. And Turner. Turner. All right, it's case 2021 CF 5748 AO on a, Mr. Turner's here on charge of violation of probation. Let's go back on the record to BRC, kind of say, put the names on the record.
Brenda Eugene, on behalf of the State Attorney's Office.
In front of Public Defender's Office.
Tyler Brands on behalf of the Office of Public Defender.
I have Ms. Davis from Pretrial Release Services. And on my screen, Counsel, can you tell me your client's name? Can you hear me?
Is that for me, Judge?
Yes, sir.
It's difficult to pronounce. It is.
I thought you had a better. We were trying, so I was hoping for a better enunciation than we were doing in here.
Jayath Karan Arante, I believe.
All right. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jack Karnaratna, sir.
Sir, you're here in cases 2021 MM 7479 AO on a charge of providing false information to law enforcement. And in 2015 CF 343 AO on a failure to appear warrant. Counsel, you want to put your name on the record one more time?
Richard Hornsby for my client.
Okay. Mr. Hornsby, in his failure to appear warrant, the bonds are no bond. As to his providing false information, it's going to set his bond amount $250. In that case,
Judge, on the VOP, is there any way you would consider setting a bond? It's for a 6-year-old VOP where it was civil possession, and the score sheet shows he has no prior history on that score sheet.
is it actually a failure to appear or is it a VOP warrant?
It looks like it's both. It looks like it was a failure to appear for a VOP hearing.
Yeah.
Some sort.
Well, fortunately, the rules of criminal procedure, let me see who signed this warrant. Judge Barber didn't tell me what to do, so. He'll be seen by Judge Lattimore on Monday or Tuesday if he didn't waive his arraignment. And
of next week, Judge?
Yes, sir. When is do you have a hearing date for the VOP? For 2/15. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at it right now. Sorry, yep, on the 30th. What's the 30th? I'm blind. I apologize. I'm sorry. That can't be right. Yeah, but he's in custody though. They wouldn't sell him for in jail? I need to look at something. No, let's look at it and see. You say he was arraigned on the VOP already? Yeah, he was arraigned, yeah, back in July of 2017. Because you're gonna be on the VOP status docket for Judge Barber, but it said arraignment, I'm guessing.
What's the earliest I could get him set, Judge, or something?
In the Odyssey, it says 11:30 for arraignment, but we just agreed that he was already arraigned. But termination, but it's not a new case. That's what that makes it doesn't make any sense. All right, is that a? Let me look at what they said. All right, so I guess I don't know why they worded it this way, but the clerk said it for 11:30 and for a VOP status date at 9 o'clock in front of Judge Barber. Well, obviously, you probably get in earlier than that.
Right, of course, Judge. And so there's no way I could get it set with Judge, I think you said Lattimore on Monday or Tuesday for something?
Madam Clerk is telling me no, so we have to, obviously you can get in front of, Judge Barber, so you can, get a bond motion in front of her and.
I'll do that, Judge.
Because it was originally a notice of, his is actually a second violation of probation looked that way. Like you got a notice to appear on the second VOP and then showed up at arraignment, and then that was the last we heard from him.
Okay. Yes, Judge. I apologize for not having more understanding. I just got really hired about 30 minutes before this, so.
Yep. You may want to also talk to Mr. Akins, because it looked like
he was a prior attorney.
Yeah, it looked there was a motion to withdraw file, but no order. I don't see an order. So just to make sure you're getting all the proper notices, and the PD is. I'm taking the PD off the case and putting Mr. Hornsby on, but make sure we don't have any problems you getting any notices and things like that because of the way the file reads.
Yes, sir. I'll take care of everything.
All right. Have a great day, Mr. Hornsby. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye.
You are the only participant.
All right. All right, sir. Have a great day. That doesn't make any sense. Who does this? This doesn't make no sense. Who's doing
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter, previously sworn.
All right, good morning, Tanya. This is Judge Ben calling from the BRC. Can you see if you can make a connection with the headphones in my courtroom?
There is contact, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Okay. Jose Enrique Gomez Lopez.
Jose Enrique Gomez Lopez.
What happened to Mr. Ramirez? Mr. Gomez, you're here in case 2021 CF 13469 AO on charge of arson in the second degree and possession of a firebomb. Judge signed a warrant in this case found probable cause for your arrest. Give me 1 1 second here. All right, sir, in count one, I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $5,000. Count two, I'm going to stay it at $3,000. Condition of your bond is that you have no contact with the victim in this case. You have no contact with any witnesses from this case. May not return to the scene of the offense. May not possess any weapons, firearms, or accelerants. Any weapons, firearms, or accelerants need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Want to appoint a public defender to represent you in this matter? You have a great day, sir.
¿Puedo hacer unos? Tengo un abogado que se llama Rosario, ¿no se presentó?
I want to ask a question. I have an attorney. His name is Rosario. Didn't he show up?
Sir, I don't have any notice to appear or any information, or was not office was not contacted by a Mr. Rosario. So if you do have that attorney, do you still want me to appoint the public defender, or are you sure you hired that attorney?
Él está llevando un caso porque yo vengo de federal a hacer 10 meses y me dieron un año de probatoria. So él está a cargo de eso. Me dijo que no me preocupara, que iba a estar bien.
Well, you see, I just came out of federal probation, and he was helping me with my case there, and he told me not to worry, that everything was going to be okay.
All right. That doesn't sound like you reached an agreement with Mr. Rosario to represent you in this particular case. So I'm going to keep the public defender on your case until that happens. You have a great day, sir.
Gracias, que tenga buen día también.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
César Alexander Sáenz Erazo.
César Alexander Sáenz Erazo.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 13850 on charges of armed kidnapping, burglary conveyance with assault or battery therein with a weapon, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, attempted robbery with a deadly weapon, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon in 2 counts. Judge signed a warrant in this case already found probable cause for your arrest in this case. Want to appoint a public defender to represent you. State, what are you asking that I do as to counts 1 and 2 in this case?
Those offenses are punishable by life, Your Honor. I ask defendant be held no bond.
And Mr. Brands, what is your response to the state's request in this case?
No argument, Your Honor, but he is entitled to an Arthur hearing with his attorney.
So we're going to set your bond in 2021 CF 13850 on charges of, in count 1 and 2, an amount of 0, no bond. Want to stay your bond, the remaining counts, an amount of $5,000 on each count. In addition to the bond, you had no contact with any victims or witnesses from this case. You had no contact with this victim's family. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I want to appoint the public defender to represent you. Not return to the scene of the location where this incident occurred. You already had the public defender representing you in this case. You have a great day, sir.
Gracias.
Thank you.
We have a case number for the juvenile too. Yes, sir. Still got one more Spanish apparently. Whoa. I'm looking for it. Here it is. Got it. Come on. This is the second to last case. Second to last, like Wilkins or someone else. Last. Yep, there it is. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Lázaro Unzueta Iglesia.
Lázaro Unzueta Iglesia.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 13841AO on charges of burglary of a dwelling, possession of cocaine, and 2 counts of battery. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. For such a bond in count 1, amount of $5,000, count 2, $150, count 3 and 4, $100 each. You'll also be subject to pretrial release supervision. You had no contact with the victims in these cases or any witnesses. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Not to return to the scene of the location where this incident occurred. You may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You're subject to random drug testing in this case.
I'm so sorry, Your Honor. That was a mistake on the face sheet. Qualified, he's on probation.
I was wondering if you, all right, is he on county probation, Lake County?
I believe so.
All right, so I guess you gotta strike the pretrial release condition from your release in this case. However, all the other conditions remain. No PTR, but everything else. Have a good day, sir. All right, Madam Attorney, I think that was my last case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You have a great weekend.
Thank you, you as well.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Travis Weston.
Mr. Weston, you're here in 2021 CF 13860AO. You've been charged by information and 2 counts of attempted second-degree murder, 1 count of shooting into an occupied vehicle, and 1 count of possession of a weapon or firearm by convicted delinquent. Give me 1 second here. Sorry, you're charged with attempted second-degree murder with a weapon, attempted second-degree murder with a weapon in count 2, 1 and 2, shooting into an occupied vehicle in count 3, I'm sorry, and possession of a firearm by a person that's been convicted of a delinquent act. So say second-degree murder with a weapon, attempted second-degree murder with a weapon, it's still a F1, correct? Is it a life level 10 offense?
I'm looking, Your Honor.
That's what the information indicates, so I just want to make sure.
I don't believe it's a life. I think it's just a first degree, Your Honor.
I'm technically sure. I think attempted second-degree murder is second-degree murder is a first-degree felony, so attempt to be second, and then you bring it back up with the weapon, so it's still F1, I think.
I don't think it's punishable by life.
All right. All right, Mr. Branch, I'm going to appoint you to represent Mr. Weston.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Weston, in count 1, I'm going to set your bond in an amount of $100,000. Count 2, $100,000. Count 3, I'm going to set it at $5,000, and count 4, $5,000. Condition your bond to have no contact with any victims, with his victim's family, no contact with any witnesses, no contact with any co-defendants in this case. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. $5,000. Not allowed to return to the scene of the incident where this occurred. All right. Have a great day, Mr. Weston. Yes, ma'am.
On a Quest car, he refused.
All right. Go on, let's see. One thing. Let's get back to. There's a quest card here. All right, let's see. All right, sorry. All right, this is case 2020 MM9006AO. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent Mr. Quest Carr.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
And he's here for failure to appear warrant. Bonds are $5,000 on each count.
500?
500, I'm sorry. 500 on each count. Bonds remain as set. You say he refused? He refused. All right. See you. Are we ready for this case or no? Guess we're not ready for it. We don't have the Russian interpreter yet. Come on, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Kenneth Burkhart.
Say your name again.
Kenneth Burkhart.
All right, Mr. Burkhart, you're here in case 2021 MM 7471 AO on charge of possession of drug paraphernalia and solicitation without a permit. They reviewed the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. It says interestingly charged, but are you taking action as to this case since they decided to file it in the state?
I just made a global offer of a withholding credit time served, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Burkhart, did you want to accept the offer of a withhold adjudication of guilt credit time served?
Sounds good, yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You can put your hand down, sir. Mr. Burkhart, the charges you're facing in count 1 is a first-degree misdemeanor in the possession of drug paraphernalia, and count 2 is a second-degree misdemeanor in solicitation without a permit. First count is punishable up to maximum penalties 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. And count 2 is a 60-day maximum with a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case?
No contest.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you can waive all the rights outlined on the plea form in this matter?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
I did have an opportunity to review your charging affidavit, did find a factual basis contained therein. Going to accept your plea of no contest. Find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to withhold adjudication of guilt on both counts, give you credit for 2 days in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served, running concurrently on each count. Court costs of prosecution in this case are $273. I'm going to give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Ready? All right, we're ready for Russian. What happened to Barbara Hasavilla?
Medical.
All right, we're waiting on that. We're waiting on our other case. It's 2021 MM 7483 AO. One point of public defender to represent Mr. Miguel Barra Silva. Yeah.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right, do you want to reset him for Monday or?
He can't
No.
offer because he's on probation.
Oh, he's on probation? All right, so I did find probable cause for his arrest and both counts. I want to stay his bonds as set and a condition not return to the scene, no contact with victims or witnesses. All right, Madam Interpreter, on the line.
Алло, добрый день, я переводчик и буду рада вам помочь.
All right, and ma'am, can you put your name and ID number on the record?
Yes, my name is Larissa. This is a Russian interpreter, ID 215126.
All right, and can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear
raising it now.
Do you solemnly swear you'll translate from Russian to English and English to Russian to the best of your ability, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, man, I have one defendant at the lectern. Could you greet her and ask her to tell me her name?
Алло, добрый день, я переводчик. Пожалуйста, назовите свое имя и фамилию.
My email is Anu Kolosova.
My name is, and the interpreter is speaking, I may not be able to repeat it without
Anu
pronouncing.
Kolosova.
Anu Kolosova.
Yep. All right. Good morning, ma'am. You are here in case 2021 CF 13778 on a charge of battery on a person 65 years or older.
Battery on what was the
On a person
age older?
65 years or older.
Thank you, sorry. И здесь вы находитесь по поводу слушания дела 21-13778. Это избиение или какая-то стычка с человеком пожилого возраста, 65 лет и старше.
I found probable cause for your arrest.
И существует причина для вашего ареста.
Да, понимаю.
I understand.
Ma'am, I'm going to release you on pretrial release in this case. Conditions of your pretrial release that you have no contact with this victim.
И, госпожа, я хочу вас отпустить отсюда при условии, что вы не будете приближаться к этому человеку.
Абсолютно нет.
Вот туда. Что?
Нет. Не буду ничего.
No. I'm not going to. No.
That you maintain a separate residence from the victim.
И вы проживаете в отдельном жилье от жертвы?
Yes.
You not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release.
И если у вас есть оружие, которым вы владеете, его необходимо сдать в течение 24 часов, так как вам запрещается носить оружие.
I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you.
Я назначу вам государственного защитника, чтобы вас представлял.
You have a great day, ma'am.
И всего хорошего.
Thank you.
All right. Madam Interpreter, I think that was my only Russian case, so thank you for your help. Have a great weekend.
You're welcome. Thank you, prisoner services, and have a good day and a weekend too. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
I'm Deja Campbell.
Ms. Campbell, you're here in case 2021 MM 7476 AO on charge of trespass on property after warning. They reviewed the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. 1 second. Is there a reason why she didn't qualify? Is this?
She could qualify.
Ms. Campbell, we're going to release you on pretrial release in this case. Condition your pretrial release, you not return to the scene of the location where this incident happened, and you not have any contact with any victims or witnesses from this case.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
There was an offer on this case.
She doesn't have any criminal history. Usually you guys aren't jumping at the bit to.
You have a moment to confirm that, Your Honor?
What's that? Yes, Ms. Campbell, can you provide an address where you're going to be staying when you are released from the jail?
I live in North Carolina, but I was just on a trip to Florida for a little bit to go to the
Yeah. Do you know what your address is in North Carolina?
770 Asheville Road.
All right. So it's the same address on the charging affidavit. All right. You have a great day, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you. So you're going to get a court date when you release, but you got to keep in contact with your attorney. You understand? All right. Have a great day, ma'am.
You said no return to the scene?
Yeah, no return to the scene, no contact with any victims or witnesses. Okay. And then Hudson. All right, good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Yana Ariel Hudson Reynolds.
Ms. Hudson Reynolds, you're here in case 2021 MM504AA on charge of trespass. Other than structured conveyance, refusal to leave. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Was there an offer to resolve this case?
Adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to the Pizza Hut located at 883 East Cimarron Boulevard.
All right. And Ms. Hudson Reynolds, you want to take the offer from the state of Florida?
Yes, sir.
You raise your right hand and be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
And you put your hand down. Ma'am, you're here on the charge of trespass on property other than a structured conveyance. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case today?
No context.
You understand about entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined in the plea form you just signed.
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
Yes, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness? Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
Yes, sir.
You understand about entering this plea if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
Did have an opportunity to review your charging affidavit, so I did find a factual basis for your plea in this case. I'm going to accept your plea of no contest, finds your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty of the charge, give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs and costs of prosecution in this case are $273. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. And I'm not going to take any action on your out on bond case today.
Thank you.
All right. All right, everybody have a great day. Good.
Your Honor, Ms. Mahoney?
Yes. All right, this is 2021 MM7480AO. Ms. Mahoney, want to appoint a public defender to represent her.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Is she going to be long-time medical or? Do you want to reset her for Monday?
We will request a reset, Your Honor, as there's an offer. Yes.
All right, so we reset her case for Monday. See if we can get it resolved.
Thank you,
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Thomas Paul Reddy.
Is ready here in case 2021 MM716AW on defrauding, charge of defrauding an innkeeper. They reviewed the charging affidavit, did find a probable cause for your arrest. Was there offers to resolve both his cases?
Not at this time, Your Honor, no.
There's no offer to resolve any of his cases or just the one? You have one, not the other?
I didn't look at the out on bond, Your Honor. I can do that, but for the one that's before us today, no, there is no offer.
All right, Mr. Reed, I'm going to set your bond in that case in the amount of $500. Condition of your bond is not return to the scene of the location, have no contact with any victims or witnesses. As to your trespass and disorderly conduct case, of course, I'm not going to take any action right now as to that case. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Martin Sakura is medical.
All right, this is 2021 MM7475AO. Going to appoint a public defender to represent Mr. Sakura.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor. I don't believe that information's been filed on that out on bond case today.
As well as the third-degree motion that have been granted in that case. All right, so in this case, I want to set bond in the amount of $1,000, condition to bond, no contact with any witnesses or victims, and no return to the scene of the location. Not taking action on the out on bond case.
Derek Coots, his behavior, Your Honor.
It's case 2021 MM 1829 AO. Mr. Coos is here on failure to appear warrant. You see, I think he's already represented, isn't he? Mr. Coos is already represented by the public defender's office.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right, his bond is $150 and make it a condition as well as he had no contact with the victim. Medical, right? Or behavior? Behavior, I'm sorry. Behavior, Mr. Coons. All right. Monaco?
William Monaco
Monaco.
is behavior.
All right, Mr. Monaco is here on 2021 CO 1281 AO and 2021 CO 1159 AO. Let me see something. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent him in both cases.
Can we request a question?
Is it going to be long-term medical or is he going to be available like Monday?
It was behavior.
Behavior, I'm sorry.
As its behavior, I would request a reset. So I believe there's offers on both these cases. We could resolve these both.
All right. So we'll reset them for Monday.
So,
Mm-hmm. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
James Swope, SWOPE.
All right, sir. You're here in case 2020 MM 7067 AO on charge of criminal mischief. Sorry, appear for failure to appear warrant. Underlying charges: criminal mischief and resisting officer without violence. Bond in each count is $2,000. Can you hear me, Mr. Swope?
No, sir. If
Can you hear me now?
the mic is not on.
Can you hear me now?
No. Yes.
Yep. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All right. Mr. Swope, you're here in case 2020 MM 7067. You're arrested on a failure to appear warrant in that case. Bond in each count is $2,000. Bonds remain as set. Let me see one thing here. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case.
Yes.
You have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
I'm appointing the public defender to represent Mr. Warrior in case 2021 CO 1282 AO.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor. Was it medical? Was it?
He's on medical and he looks like he's on probation, so.
On probation. That was my next question.
Yep, I want to set his bond in this case amount of $100. And we'll get him, we're not going to take any action on this out of bond case. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Tabitha Bozarth.
Ma'am, we're here in case 2021 CO 1283 AO on a charge of solicitation without a permit. They reviewed the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Say was an offer to resolve this case.
Withhold of adjudication and credit time served.
All right. Ma'am, you want to accept the offer from the state of Florida call it a withhold adjudication of guilt credit time, sir? Yes, you got to tell me out loud.
Yes.
All right.
Does that mean
Can you raise your right? Say again?
Does that mean I go home today?
Yes. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Ma'am, we here in case 2021 CO 1283AO on charge of solicitation without a permit as a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case with the county?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you can waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you.
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you into this plea?
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
No. Oh, yes, I understand that.
That's what I heard. Are you, sorry, I did have an opportunity to review your charging affidavit. I did find a factual basis contained therein. Going to accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to withhold adjudication of guilt, give you credit for the 2 days that you spend in Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs in this case are $223. I'm going to give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. If this pretrial diversion program you're in on your other cases is not being helpful, you may want to consider looking into drug court. But I'm not going to take any action on that case right now.
Thank you. I said thank you.
Yeah, you have a great day, man. You're welcome.
Yes, please. Okay, thank you.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jake Edward Gabrielson.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CO 1284AO on a charge of solicitation on a permit. You reviewed the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. States an offer you want to.
Withholding credit time served, Your Honor.
All right, sir, the offer from the state of Florida is a withhold adjudication of guilt, credit time served. Do you want to accept that offer?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down. So the charge you're facing is a second-degree misdemeanor. The maximum penalties are 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case? Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you into this plea?
No.
Do you understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation?
Yep.
They have opportunity to review your charging affidavit. In this case, I did find a factual basis contained therein. Going to accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Going to withhold adjudication of guilt, give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court calls the cost of prosecution in this case, court costs in this case are $223. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir.
All right, thank you.
Honor, Wesley Jones is medical.
Appointed public defender represent Mr. Jones in 2021 CO 1285 AO.
Could this be reset till Monday, Your Honor, or is that
Yeah.
long-term medical? Is it long-term medical?
No.
Yeah, maybe request a reset till Monday then, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
Reset them for Monday. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Timothy Wayne Martin.
Mr. Martin, you're here in case 2021 CO 1286 AO on charge of solicitation without a permit. Did find probable cause for your arrest in that case. Say it was an offer in this case.
Withhold credit time served.
Mr. Martin, would you like to accept the state's offer of withhold adjudication and guilt credit time, sir?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Put your hand down. Sir, the charge you're facing is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case?
No contest.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, and medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness? I can't hear you.
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir, they haven't.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, could subject you to deportation.
I'm a citizen.
I reviewed the charging affidavit, did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. Accept your plea of no contest, finds your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Going to withhold adjudication of guilt, give you credit for the 2 days you spent in Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs in this case of $223. Give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Robert McGrew.
Mr. McGrew, you're here in case 2021 CO 1287 AO on a charge of solicitation without a permit. I found probable cause for your arrest as that charge. Say it was an offer for Mr. McGrew.
Withhold credit time served.
Mr. McGrew, you want to accept the offer of withhold adjudication and guilt credit time, sir?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
You put your hand down. Sir, the charge you're facing is a second-degree misdemeanor, punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest?
No contest, sir.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you can waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
Did have opportunity to review the charging affidavit, did find a factual basis contained therein, going to accept your plea of no contest, finds your plea is freely and voluntarily entered, going to withhold adjudication of guilt, give you credit for the 2 days you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs in this case are $223. We're going to give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Sean Saylor.
So, Sailor, you're here in case 2021 CO 1288AO on charge of solicitation without a permit. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause. Say it was an offer to resolve this case.
Withhold, credit time served.
Mr. Sayers, do you want to accept the state's offer, withhold adjudication of guilt, credit time served?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You put your hand down, sir. So the charge you're facing is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. It's the maximum penalties. You understand?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest?
No contest.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Do you understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation?
Yes, sir.
I did have opportunity to review the charging affidavit in this case, did find factual basis contained therein, going to accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered, going to withhold adjudication of guilt, give you credit for the 2 days you spent in Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs in this case are $223. Give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal any errors in this case. You have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Keith Virgil Sowers.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CO 1289AO on a charge of solicitation without a permit. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Stay with the offer from Mr. Sowers.
Withhold and credit time served.
Sir, you want to accept this offer from the state of Florida with withhold adjudication of guilt, credit time, sir?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
But you can put your hand down, sir. Sir, the charge of facing solicitation without a permit is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand?
I plead no contest.
Yep. Do you understand the maximum penalties, though, first? I can't hear you.
Yes.
You said you want to enter a plea of no contest, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to be waiving all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you there?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, you could be subject to deportation by entering this plea.
Yes, sir.
I did review the charging affidavit, did find a factual basis contained therein, going to accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered, going to withhold adjudication of guilt, give you credit for the 2 days you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs in this case are $223, give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir.
Me too.
Chair.
morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
My name's Dennis Tyner.
Mr. Tyner, you here in case 2021 CL 1290AO on a charge of solicitation without a permit. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. And say was offer the same?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Tyner, the state of Florida is offering a withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs. Do you want to resolve the case today?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand?
I was there.
Okay, that's fine.
I can't tell you no more, Judge. I was there and I needed some money.
All right,
I'm gonna do whatever you say.
all right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're gonna give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I'm telling the truth.
All right, you can put your hand down. Sir, the charge you're facing is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine is the maximum penalties. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case?
No content.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
I can't afford them.
Yeah. Have you now in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir. I'm clean.
All right. Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you into this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, you can be deported from this country based on this plea.
I'm American.
All right. Sir, in this case, I did review the charging affidavit. If I did find a factual basis for your plea, going to accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to withhold adjudication of guilt, give you credit for the 2 days you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs in this case are $223. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You got 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir.
Okay, Mr. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Denise L. Code.
Ms. Code, you here in case 2021 CT 7022AO on charge of a DUI with a prior conviction. Reviewed the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to release you on pretrial release in this case. Condition your pretrial release, you not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You may not enter any bars or places where the main source of income is to sell alcoholic beverages. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing in this case through pretrial release. Want to appoint a public defender to represent you. You have a great day, ma'am.
Rohan Phillip is medical.
I had Scott as my next person. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Eric Eliza Scott, Your Honor.
Mr. Scott, you're here in 2021 CT 3383AO on a failure to appear warrant. Bond is $1,000. The state was an offer to resolve Mr. Scott's case.
Adjudication of guilt and credit time served.
And Mr. Scott, did you want to take that offer from the state of Florida of adjudication of guilt, credit time served?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you raise your right? Oh, sorry. Look at the public defender already represents you. Mr. Brands, what plea do you want to earn on behalf of Mr. Scott in this case?
I did speak with Mr. Scott, went over the rights to be waived as listed in the plea form. I believe we wish to resolve this case with a plea of no contest, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Scott, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Sir, the charge you're facing, a no valid driver's license in this case, is a second-degree misdemeanor. The punishable is up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that? Mr. Brands told me you want to enter a plea of no contest. Is that true?
That is correct.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that Mr. Brands went over with you. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, I'm not under the influence.
Have you now in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No mental illness, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No one has.
Do you understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation?
Yes, Your Honor.
I did have an opportunity to review your court file on this case. Did the party stipulate to a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
For the purposes of this plea, yes, Your Honor.
All right, I did review the court file as well, did find a factual basis contained therein. Going to accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'm going to give you credit for the 4 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 4 days credit time served. Court costs and cost of prosecution in this case of $306. There's a $50 public defender application fee and a $50 public defender lien. All those costs will be payable directly to the clerk within 3 years of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Do you understand that? Have a great day, sir.
You too.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Trayvon Lamar White.
Mr. White, you're here in 2020 CT 2195AO on a failure to appear. Judge in that case set your bond amount of $500. Was there an offer to resolve Mr. White's case?
Adjudication of guilt and credit time served.
Mr. Brands, did you discuss that offer, Mr. White?
I did. I also gave them a plea form to review, and I believe we wish to enter a plea of no contest, Your Honor.
Mr. White, do you want to accept that plea from the state of Florida?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You put your hand down, sir. Sir, the charge you're facing, driver license suspended, is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Brands told me that you want to enter a plea with no contest. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand by entering a plea with no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that a conviction in this case can be used at a later date to enhance your sentencing up to a third-degree felony?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, that you could be subject to deportation?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of, have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Did the party stipulate to a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
For the purposes of the plea, yes, Your Honor.
I did have an opportunity as well to review the court file in this case. I did find a factual basis contained therein. Going to accept the plea of no contest, find the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Going to adjudicate you guilty, going to adjudicate Mr. White guilty of the charge, give him credit for the
41.
41 days that he spent in the Orange County Jail with 41 days credit time served. Court cost of prosecution in this case of $306. I'm going to give $306, $50 public defender application fee, $50 public defender lien in this case. I'll make all those costs payable directly to the clerk within 3 years of today's date. That's why you have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day, sir.
This is it. May I approach, Your Honor?
Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning, Othello Almanor.
Ma'am, you're here in case 2020 CF 7891BO for a failure to appear warrant. Judge in that case set your bond at no bond, so your bond's going to remain at no bond at this time. I believe you already have the public defender, no, you have Ms. Sweet representing you in this case, correct?
Yeah, the court date, I wasn't aware of
Okay,
it.
you gotta talk to Ms. Sweet about that. I can only hear to do what the the judge assigned told me to do, is to hold you at no bond until you speak with Judge Calderon. So you can call Ms. Sweet as
You
soon
said
as
you
their
spoke
hearing is
to
done.
him, and he said he wants me at no bond?
Yes. So you can talk to you can talk to Ms. Sweet, so he can get you in front of Judge Calderon, and you talk about any release conditions that he's willing to set you out on, okay?
Your Honor, does the court have the contact info for her attorney?
Ms. Sweet? Do you know you have Ms. Sweet's contact information?
I do, but the court date was to switch me for another attorney,
No.
so I don't know if that already happened.
I think she may have been contacted.
Your Honor, I
out.
can at least give a phone number, an email address, which,
Phone numbers.
I was gonna print out our notice of appearance if I can find it.
that's good.
It's line 7. Can you just print the notice of appearance, the first page? Line 7. All right. Have a great day, ma'am.
Me too.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Rachel Atchison.
Ma'am, we here in case 2021 CF 12935AO on charge of trafficking in fentanyl of more than 4 grams and possession of cocaine. 1 second. The judge signed your warrant. This case already found probable cause for your arrest. Let's stay your bond in count 1, amount of $50,000. Count 2, we're gonna set it at $150. Condition of bond is you not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You also may not have any contact with any, or associate with any known drug dealers or drug users while you're out on release in this case. You're subject to random drug testing in this case as well. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter.
At this time, yes.
Man, it says here you're full-time, fully employed. How much money do you make a month?
It's been a rough year. Maybe 1,400. Some months, since it's blogging, I might only make 600. It's very inconsistent since COVID. People aren't shopping the way they used to.
Seems like you do have a valid employment, so I'm not going to do any fund verification for your case. So have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Tabitha Bayhead.
Ma'am, we're here in case 2021 CF 13835AO on charge of possession of cocaine, possession of a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. We'll set your bond in count 1 in amount of $500, count 2, $500, count 3, $100. Condition of your bond is you not possess and consume any drugs or alcohol without valid prescription. May not associate with any known drug dealers or drug users. You're subject to random drug testing in this case. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
This is Mr. Bennett, 2014 CF 4763AO. Looks like the public defender already represents him, Mr. Branch.
We'll waive the appearance today, Your Honor.
All right, he's here for failure to appear warrant, bonds or no bond. Bond's gonna stay at no bond. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Name is Omar Chévere Lopez.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 13844AO for a charge of driver license suspension as a third subsequent offense. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in this case amount of $1,000. Condition of your bond that you not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir.
This is yours.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name? Mr. Clady, you're here in case 2019 CF 696AO on the failure to appear warrant. Judge on that case set your bond at no bond. Your bond's going to remain at no bond. Make condition as well. You have no contact with the victim in that case, even while you're here at the jail. You have a great day, sir.
Your Honor, Herbert Cooper refused.
Going to appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Cooper in 2021 CF 13830.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right, found probable cause for his arrest. Going to state his bond at $1,000. Condition of bond, he had no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, subject to random drug and alcohol testing. No drug users or drug dealers. He has 2021 CF 12684. Going to revoke that bond, set bond to count one amount $2,000, count two $2,000. No drugs or alcohol, random drug testing. No associated with any known drug dealers or drug users. All right. One sir, can you tell me your name?
David Davis.
Mr. Davis, you're here in 2021 CF 13420AO on charge of battery on a uniform. Your security officer, judge signed your warrant. In that case, found probable cause for your arrest. Gonna stay your bond in that case amount of $1,500. No contact with the victim or any witnesses. No return to the scene or location. Gonna appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day. All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
David Diaz.
Mr. Diaz, you're here in case 2021 CT 983AA is for a charge of refusal to submit to a DUI test, and 2021 CT 984AA on charge of driving under the influence. In those two cases, I did find probable cause for your arrest. Gonna say your bonds are set in those cases. Condition of your bonds that you have not possessed any drugs or alcohol. Actually, I'm sorry. Does he qualify for PTR, you're saying?
He does, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor.
Yep, let me get to 2021 CF 13853AO. You charge a resisting officer with violence, but only thing I saw was the tensing up.
I agree, Your Honor.
I didn't see any or threats of violence or actual. He was being aggressive. That's what they quoted, but then.
I don't see anything else, Your Honor, either.
Yeah. All right, so in that case, I'm going to find probable cause for resisting officer without violence. I think that's 843.02, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Let's make sure.
Or I would have you find.
Yeah, I think it's 843.02, resisting officer without violence. So I did find probable cause for that. We'll release you on pretrial release in all your cases. Conditioning your pretrial release that you not possess any weapon, any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Subject to random drug and alcohol testing in this case. May not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You also may not enter any bars or places where the main source of income is a sale of alcoholic beverages. You understand? I want to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. You have a great day, sir. Morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
You go.
Mr. Goodwin, you're here in case 2021 CF 13840AO on charge of burglary of a dwelling, criminal mischief, and battery. To review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond and count one amount of $5,000, count two, 100, count three, 100. Condition of the bond that you not have any contact with the victim in this case. You maintain a separate residence from the victim. You're not possessing any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you.
I'm sorry, can you say that last little part?
I want to appoint the public defender to represent you.
A little bit before that, you said something about last something. A little bit.
I said may not possess any weapons or firearms. And you turn over weapons or firearms you have to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release.
Okay.
Before that said, you must maintain a separate residence, no contact with the victim before that.
Okay, yes, sir.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
John Harrington.
Mr. Harrington, you here in case 2019 MM 6905AO for failure to appear warrant. Bond is no bond. Make condition that bond you have no contact with the victim. In 2021 CF 4314AO, you have a failure to appear warrant. Bond is no bond. And that, is no bond is a report every 30 days? I don't understand.
On the FTA
For the felony case.
4314,
Yes.
it's a no bond.
All right, no bond in that case. And 2021 CF 8862AO is a warrant for your arrest in that case. Bond in that case is going to set at $3,500. Condition that you have 48 hours from the time you're released from the Orange County Jail to report to the Sheriff's Office as a violent sexual predator or sexual offender. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you in your cases that you're not represented. And have a great day, sir.
Your Honor, Anthony Johnson refused.
All right, it's 2021 CF 13804AO. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent him.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Johnson. They reviewed the charging affidavit. In this case, did find probable cause for his arrest. We're going to set his bond to count one, $3,500. Count two, 100. Count three, 100. Condition, no return to the scene, no contact with any victims or witnesses. May not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms he has needs to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. And it's out on bond case 2021 MM 6472AO. Did we file on that case yet?
A moment, Your Honor.
Because he was released on a 33-day, right?
Yes, Your Honor. He was released October 15th.
Yeah. But we haven't filed on the information. All right. So the court's not going to take any action as to that case.
Jody Cullen also refused.
All right, it's 2021 CF 9183AO. I'm going to appoint a public defender representative, Mr. Cullen.
We'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Going to set his bond $3,500. He has 48 hours to get to the sheriff's office once released, so register as a violent sexual predator or sexual offender. Judge found probable cause with a warrant. All right. Good morning, sir. Well, good afternoon now, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Oh.
Brian Mundell.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 1252AO, as well as 2021 CF 2954AO, both for failure to appear. In the first case, bond is $1,000, and the second case, bond is no bond. Let me see something. I believe you were already appointed a public defender. The public defender is already appointed to represent you in these cases. You have a great day, sir.
That's it.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Isaac,
What's your full name?
Murray Williams,
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 6262AO for a failure to appear warrant. Bond in your case is $5,000. Bonds will remain as set in this case. And you're already represented by the Public Defender's Office. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
George Darnell Pankey.
Mr. Pankey, you're here in case 2021 CF 13834AO on charge of possession of MDMA or ecstasy and possession of cocaine. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. We're going to set your bond in count one in amount of $1,000, count two, $150. Condition your bond, not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Be subject to random drug and alcohol testing. You may not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. You're out on bond in 2021 CF 6465AO. First, going to revoke that bond. We'll set a new bond at $0 in that case. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in your new case. You have a great day, sir. Good morning, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name? Mr. Parkinson, you're here in case 2021 CF 13817AO on charge of burglary of conveyance and battery and petty theft of petty theft of $100 or more. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Set your bond count one, $3,500, count two, $100, count three, $100. Condition your bond that you not have any contact with any victims or witnesses from this case, not return to the scene of the location, you may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in that case. Is this the right case number? This out on bond case? Because I looked it up.
21 CF 5485.
He has an alias, Your Honor.
Alvin Innocent.
Yes.
It's still him.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't see an alias on, it wasn't one of his aliases on the face sheet. All right, sir, it seems like you're out on bond in 2021 CF 5485. In that case, the court find probable cause you commit a new law offense while you're out on bond. Is going to revoke that bond, set a new bond at $0. You have a great day, sir. Five, 485. One second, tell me your name.
Jerry Parks.
Mr. Parks, you're here in case 2021 CF 13829AO on charge of possession of methamphetamine. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Will set your bond in that case about $1,000. Condition your bond not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You subject to RAM drug testing. You may not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. While you're out on this case, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir. All right. That's it. You have a great day. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Cole Pruitt. How you doing?
Pruitt, you're here in case 2020 CF 3416AO on charge for a failure to appear warrant. Bond in your case is no bond. Your bond's been made no bond at this time. You already have the public defender representing you. You have a great day, sir.
Sure. Thank you.
Antonio Rivera's medical.
I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent Mr. Rivera in case 2021 CF 13823AO.
We'll waive the appearance. Can I also be heard on probable cause on especially charges 1 and 2?
I'm pulling it up. Huh?
Unless you found the same thing I did.
Well, one, there's no amount in count one.
That's right, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I could just have 24 hours.
Yeah.
I won't even ask for this till Monday. Just give me 24 hours and
Everyone
give me
said it's a
something.
weekend? All right.
No.
Well, count two,
No cash, no scales,
well, it's not that, I mean,
usual argument.
because it doesn't just include sell, it calls also called deliver, so technically if you're sharing drugs,
I would also like.
you're
I don't-
delivering drugs, so it's, you know, it's a technicality, in a sense, it's very technical, but
I think
as
that,
far as the probable cause determination as to that, so I'm not gonna find probable causes to count one. We're gonna reset that for Monday, or for not Monday first, till tomorrow, you
Yeah,
said,
fine.
for, reconsideration or probable causes, count one, count two. We'll find probable cause, count three, probable cause. I'll set count two in amount of $7,500 and count three, $100. No drugs or alcohol. No drug dealers or drug users. Random drug testing. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Richard Rowart.
Gerard, you here in 2018 CF 14128AO on the charge of possession of cocaine. Judge set your bond at no bond. In that case, your bond remained at no bond for your failure to appear warrant. I believe you already had a public defender appointed to represent you in this case.
I have a.
Hold on. You have a private attorney?
Yes, sir. His name is Daniel Archer.
Did Ashley say he was appearing? Did Ashley say he was appearing?
He's
No, I was trying to see if your attorney was appearing virtually. Where is this case? All right. Well, we give Mr. Archer a call when you get out.
Yes, sir.
Not when you get out, when you get back there and you have a arraignment in front of Judge Lattimore on the 28th.
I have an arraignment for this.
Yeah, in front of another judge. All right. You have a great day. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jamel Robinson.
Mr. Robinson, you're here in case 2021 CF 13833AO on charge of possession and intent with sell and deliver. Possession of cannabis with intent to sell and deliver with a weapon. Possession of 10 grams or more of MDMA with a weapon. And I'm not addressing your contempt of court. State, what are you asking us to do as to count two?
And as that is punishable by life, I ask defendant be held no bond.
I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you, Mr. Robinson. Mr. Brantz.
No argument, Your Honor, pending an Arthur hearing with his attorney.
All right, Mr. Robinson, in count one, I'm gonna set your bond amount of $15,000, $7,500, apologize. In count two, I want to hold you at no bond and that charge. Condition your bond, do not possess any drugs, alcohol, when you, without a valid prescription, do not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I already appointed the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
He has an add-on bond.
Oh, sorry, yeah, it does, that's right. Your Honor, bond in case 2021 CF 2576AO, court find probable cause to commit a new law offense. In that case, going to set your bond and no bond in that case as well, revoking that bond. You have a great day, sir. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Romello Smith.
What happened to Salinas Hernandez? Okay.
Saint Zarazo?
And he has an immigration hold. So I don't know if he bonded it. So he bonded? I was asking because it looks at my paperwork, so he had an immigration detainer. So I don't know, did he go into the custody of the federal government?
Yeah, he would need to be brought.
All right, Mr. Smith, you're here in case 2021 CF 13837AO on charge of fleeing and attempt to elude law enforcement. You're also here in case 2021 CF 13838AO on charge of carrying concealed firearm, possession of firearm, and commission of a felony, possession of cocaine, possession of cannabis with intent to sell lever, and resisting officer without violence.
Your Honor.
1 second. All right, go ahead, Mr. On point of public defender represent you, Mr. Smith. Go ahead, Mr. Brandt.
Yes, as to probable cause on counts,
Which case?
I'm sorry,
Which case?
that's going to be 21 CF 13838.
Okay.
And that's counts 3 and 4. I don't believe there are any facts in the affidavit that, again, a missing weight, as well as the drugs weren't field tested as they usually are. There were no scales or cash.
All right, let's see. Well, it's not a trafficking case, so I'm not really
I understand, Your Honor.
worry about weight. Let's see. Turn it back up real quick. It looks like we crack cocaine. All right, say what do you say?
I apologize, Your Honor. I was reading it at the same time you were. I wasn't given that affidavit. Reviewing.
Well, I think Mr. Brandt is challenging, you said counts 3 and 4, correct?
That's right, Your Honor.
So count,
Your Honor, if I could be given 24 hours.
Monday.
well, yes, I mean, I can give you 24 hours because count 4, I don't think there's any mention. Like, did I miss the green leafy substance or anything like that? Did I miss that?
Well, Your Honor, the officer says it's cannabis, but I don't believe he does a field test to confirm that. So he also doesn't really describe it that well.
It says there's a large plastic bag of cannabis tucked under the driver's seat.
All right.
Usually they describe it as a
Yeah, thank you.
leafy substance.
No,
If it's,
I get that.
and then field test it,
I don't think, it's not a requirement that you field tested. I mean,
just for probable cause purposes, Your Honor.
for probable call purposes, I think the officer does lay that their experiences as well as part of the affidavit. All right. So the court's gonna find, and we'll find probable cause, found assault section now. The court is gonna find probable cause in both cases for your arrest. Count in 2021 CF 13837 AO, gonna set your bond in that case amount of $3,000. In 2021 CF 13838 AO, we're gonna set your bond in count one amount of $150. Count two, $2,000, count three, $150, and count four, $2,000, count five, $100. Condition of the bonds, in both cases, no operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release, as well as you are out on bond in 1, 2, 3 cases. Say you filed on any of those cases?
If you give me a moment to check, Your Honor.
Let me see.
In 21 CF 3981, charges have been filed. There is a pretrial conference set for November 17th.
Well, like he was arrested and bonded out immediately on some of his cases. All right, in all this, in 3 cases, 2021 CF 3981 AO, 2021 CF 7166 AO, and 2020 CF 14492 AO. The court's going to revoke those bonds, finding probable cause, or release conditions, finding probable cause and new law offenses were committed. Gonna set a new bond at $0 in those cases. Mr. Smith, you like super young, man.
So I had no bond?
Not as to the old cases, no, but I mean, you're 21 years old and you just, it's just trying to give your life to us, you know, which I don't know, that makes really no sense to me, but it's up to you. All right, have a great day.
So, Your Honor, there